Hey there guys, CrossFlux here, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team. In the first episode, we created our very first rescue team as we were introduced to our first mission. So without further ado, let's continue on with the story. The next morning... Oh man, this bass music is so nostalgic for me. I'm still the same. The way I look, still a Mudkip. But why would I be transformed into a Pokemon? I don't understand this at all. I feel groggy and sleepy. Definitely not feeling well. I need more sleep. So this game kind of forces you to into your bed to save the game. The save's gonna fail because I'm using an emulator, but that's what I have save states for. Ugh. I'm feeling refreshed. Then why'd you say oof? I still look like a Pokemon, but... Oh, that's right. That one Pokemon. I think it was Lizzie? Yeah, we made a promise to form a rescue team. I wonder what she's doing. I should go out. Seems like something important to remember there, Skipper. Huh? Oh no! Sorry, I was so excited I came out here at dawn to wait for you. I must have snoozed off. Anyway, today marks the start of our rescue team. Let's always do our best. But we don't have any job offers yet. Oh yeah, maybe there's something in the mailbox. Yeah, we should probably check that. A rescue team starter set. I knew it'd be there. It's the rescue team starter set. They always give you one if you start a rescue team. What, do the Pokemon gods know by magic or something? Or did Lizzie, like, file paperwork after we went to sleep that night? I don't know. Yes, there's some good things here. There's a lot of good things on sale, stranger. First off, rescue team badge. It shows that we are a rescue team. And this toolbox allows us to carry the items that we find in dungeons. And finally, a copy of Pokemon News. It's basically a little news article that will appear in your mailbox every so often that will kind of list a few mechanics about the game. Maybe not. The mailbox was empty. Okay, so there's no mail after all. If there are any rescue jobs, we'd be getting mail, but nobody knows about us since we're a new team, I guess. Well, that makes sense. Wait, so the mail runs twice in the Pokemon world? Or how else did we get the stuff in the mailbox beforehand? Oh, this world is confusing. Well, let's check it ourselves. Maybe it's a rescue job offer. What does it say? Bzz, bzz. I heard about you from Caterpie. Please, we need your help. Magnemite is in trouble. A strange electromagnetic wave flowed through a dungeon, and it stuck together Magnemite and Magnemite. That isn't enough to form a Magneton. It's not complete. It's not complete. It's not complete. Please, we need help. Bzz, 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 bzz. From Magnemite's friend. What do you think? Think we should go? Well, they sound like nice enough people. That's the spirit. Let's do our best. So, right off the bat, we're introduced to the second dungeon of the game, the Thunderwave Cave. Oh, you are here. My friends are in this cavern. Bzz, bzz. My friends should be on the 6th floor. Please help them. Bzz, bzz. Alright, so since the friends are on the 6th floor, we only have 5 floors to tackle. So it's a little bit longer than the Tiny Woods, but it's still really not that bad. The biggest problem is some of the Pokemon on the later floors, so I'll kind of explain them a little bit later on once we get to them. Alright, now, I always hate these Poochyena because they have the runaway ability, which means that when their health drops below a certain threshold, they'll just start running away like this, which makes it a little difficult to keep up with them sometimes. So they'll keep running from you pretty much forever, so unless you have a long-ranged move, or you kind of trap them in a corner, kind of like this, they're gonna get away. Alright, so let's pick up this money, and then I'll head back and pick up that apple I saw on the ground here that I passed earlier. So apples are probably one of the most crucial items that you can carry with you on your dungeon explorations, because they'll keep your belly full better than any other item in the game. Alright, I found the stairs here, but I'm going to finish exploring out this level because I have a feeling there's a few more goodies in store for us. Alright, so for the first few stages, each time you encounter a new item that you haven't yet stepped on before, the game will kind of explain to you what it does. Uh-oh, looks like Lizzie found something. Alright, good job, Lizzie. Alright, let's advance. Now I'm sure some of you guys are probably wondering why I keep referring to Caterpie as Caterpie. It's kind of a joke. One of my friends calls it Caterpie because the end of its name is just the word pie. He says, you know, if it's supposed to be pronounced Caterpie, then it would be spelt P-E-E instead of P-I-E. So I've kind of adopted calling it that way in a joking manner just because it's kind of funny calling it Caterpie. But yes, I'm completely aware that it's supposed to be pronounced Caterpie. Alright, so nothing too interesting here. I suppose the major layout of Thunderwave Cave has a lot more long, thin hallways as opposed to the tiny woods. There's usually only a few large rooms in each floor of the dungeon, and they're connected by very long passageways, as you can kind of see here. No, get back! Why'd you have to do that? Alright, now since he's at a corner, and I have Mud Slap as one of my moves, this move can cut corners. So that's another good way of hitting those Poochyena once they start running away. Alright, now your stats can be lower just like in regular Pokemon games, and the way to restore them is to either advance to a new floor in the dungeon or to hit the tiny blue dots that are on the map. They have like an up arrow on them. They're called Wonder Tiles, and they'll revert your stats completely to normal. Now another item that we just picked up that I was kind of busy talking over just a second ago are Graveler Rocks. They are basically long-ranged ammunition. You can lob them kind of like grenades. So they're another method that I use to take out Poochyena if they start to try and run away from me. Good thing about them is obviously you can throw them over your teammates. So if for whatever reason you're behind friendly lines and you don't want to hit them with something, you can always lob a Graveler Rock at it. And they always do a flat 20 points of damage, which is a pretty significant chunk of health at this point in the game. So they definitely become pretty handy for quite a while. Much like with your techniques, you can register your Graveler Rocks to your set ammunition so that you can throw them by pressing L and R at the same time instead of constantly having to go into the menu and selecting them that way. Alright, almost have this whole floor mapped out here. Good, I'm glad I picked up a few more rocks. Didn't quite have enough for me, for my taste at least. I always love carrying as many rocks as I can hold. Alright, now I'm sure I'm starting to get a little hungry here. Let's check. Yeah, it seems my belly's just a little under half. So I'm going to go ahead and eat an apple to keep that full. Because an apple will restore 50 points of belly. Who knew apples were so filling? They're never that filling when I eat them. Maybe I have really bad apples. Alright, steady there. Alright, now it seems Elekkids are on this floor. I've obviously shown if they've appeared on an earlier floor, but since I'm not really looking at a guide while I'm recording, I don't really know what's coming up entirely. So, Elekkids are the Pokemon I was talking about at the start of the dungeon that would give you a lot of trouble. The reason for that is they have a really high attack stat, so they can really hurt you. And one of the moves they have at their disposal is Quick Attack, which allows them to attack at a range. So they can hit you from 2 squares ahead. So don't think that you're safe when you're advancing upon them. Another thing that makes them a little rough around the edges is hitting them with physical attacks can trigger their static ability, which will paralyze you, making it so that you can't use any attacks you'll only be able to move or use items. So obviously you can still throw gravel and rocks, it's not that big of a deal, but it can be annoying. Alright, come along, Lizzie. We have a few more items to pick up. Only one more floor at the end of this. Alright. Now another technique I haven't really talked about too much yet is if you press B and A at the exact same time, you basically skip your turn. So that can be useful if you're like one square away from an enemy Pokemon and the only way to get within range is to obviously be within melee range. They'll come to you if you rest on your turn, usually, unless they have a ranged attack of their own. So that's a good strategy that I like to employ. Let's see. You got that, Lizzie? Good. Figured you would. Alright, just one more floor. Now one more thing I'll say about the whole resting command is that you can use it once you've found the stairs in the dungeon. Sometimes what I like to do for level grinding purposes is to just keep waiting and have Pokemon come to you while you're at the stairs so that you can immediately leave if things go wrong. But that way it'll let you just net a few extra experience points. Because once you get close to the end of a dungeon, it doesn't matter how much belly you have at the end of the dungeon, as long as you're not at 0. So, alright, final floor, not too bad. I'd say it's been fairly successful of a mission so far, but we still haven't found those Magnemite just yet. Alright, found the stairs, so we know where our exit point is. And it appears this floor is completely mapped out. Alright, now see, here's what I'm talking about. Normally I would kind of rest there, but if I just stayed in that square, that Elekid could still hit me at a range with a quick attack. So I was kind of forced to enter his field of danger. Alright guys, with that, we're going to complete it. Oh, there they are. Let's get them out safely. Everybody separated. Buzz, rejoice. Yay. Buzz, buzz. Yay. Bzz, bzz. Be thankful, you two. You are our hero. Thank you. Bzz, bzz. And we received some nice items. Especially that Reviver Seed. That's a beautiful item. I'm glad our rescue mission went well today. Actually, since this was our first job as a proper rescue team, I was really tense and nervous. I'm exhausted now, so I've got to get some sleep. Let's keep up our good work tomorrow. See ya. Bye, Lizzie. Have a good night. Where am I? Maybe... is this a dream? There's someone here. Who is it? Someone I know? I can't remember. I think I dreamt something. I can't quite remember what that dream was about. Oh well, today's another day of rescues. Wonder if I have any mail. Better check the mailbox. But we'll check that mailbox in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and as always, have a blessed day. I'll see you then.